Einalon here. Today is yet again another build showcase, and it's the Prisma Obex. Today I'm going to show you two builds, so let us immediately start. For the first setup, this is the exposure setup. The mods I'm using here, we have critical chance, critical damage, critical chance per common multiplier. We have melee damage per status type. We have viral damage. We have reach for range. Galvanized steel for critical chance, critical damage. VP moons and blood rush for a lot of critical chance and status chance per common multiplier, and that's it. These are the mods. For the Axe Weapon Adapter, it's going to be an Eternal. For the Arcane melee exposure and ability cast, you gain corrosion damage and melee strikes for 25 seconds, stacks up all the way up to 240, which is a lot of increased damage and free corrosion damage. That's the Arcane. For the stats, the attack speed is very good, range is below average, combo duration is average, follow through is above average, Riven Dispo isn't half bad at all. Critical chance, critical damage, attack speed, something like that, and you can remove Glacier Might for it. Critical chance is good, critical damage is good, stat chance is solid, and total damage is below average. Overall, the stats are fine for this weapon type. And that's it. These are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and now it's time for me to show you the second setup. And for the final setup, this is the Influence setup. The mods I'm using here, you're going to remove Condition Overload, Vicious Frost, and Prime Fever Strike. 4 Shocking Touch for electricity, Giovan's Elementalist for status damage, status chance, and Prime Pressure Point for increased damage. And that's it. Everything else here is exactly the same. These are the mods. For the Axe Weapon Adapter, while highly recommended to use, it's going to be yet again an Eternal. For the Arcane, instead of melee exposure, it's going to be melee influence on electricity status effect, which we do have right over here. 20% chance for elemental status effect to apply to every enemy in a 3-meter radius for 18 seconds. This is going to help you out a lot with clear. That's the Arcane, and for the stats, instead of viral corrosion, it's going to be pure electricity. And there you go. These are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and now it's time for me to show you these two builds against the units. Alright, let's start. This is the exposure setup. I'm going to spawn level 205, Steel Path, or cumulative dudes, no buffs, armor strip. Let's get some combo and some stacks real quick, but first, let's spam abilities for melee exposure stacks. There we go, 240 increase corrosion damage, there it is. Now let's go over here, get some combo. The stats on this weapon are solid, pretty solid. The attack speed is good, has one of the best base attack speeds in the entire game. The stance is also good, and it chunks, as you can see. Once you get 12x combo, this thing annihilates. Let me show you again. Spawn the exact same units. Spam abilities to get melee exposure stacks. Jump over here, we do have 12x combo. Heavy gunner, goodbye. This heavy gunner also goodbye. Now imagine with buffs, this thing is going to do even more. There we go. Boop. Like I flew. There they are. Boop. Oh, there he is. And that's it. That's the... Oh, wait. I lost my exposure stacks, but who cares? The weapon is overall solid. And there you go. That's the first setup. Now for the second one. Influence. The weapon also has a passive when you do a slam damage or slam attack like this or this. There's like a very small chance to proc electricity. It's not guaranteed, sadly. I wish it was. But yeah, it has a very small chance, like 10% or 15% chance to proc electricity when you slam. Alright, with this setup, we need to get some combo, some stacks. Once you proc electricity, there's a 20% chance to spread it, thanks to melee influence in a 3-meter radius. And with that, the clear is going to be amazing. With buffs, of course, it's going to be even better. As you can see, it clears really well. The electricity dot does do a lot. There we go. Now let me show you with buffs. If I were to use one of the most common or the most popular helmet ability, Nourish, which gives you free viral damage on all your attacks. I'm going to spread viral and electricity in a 20-meter radius, and the clear is going to be much better. As you can see. Boop. There you go. And that's it. Those are two builds. Now it's time for me to show you the exposure setup against Steel Path enemies. So, let's go. And we are in. I'm up against the corrupted enemies at the Void. Steel Path, of course, it's survival. The Basket mod, I'm going to show you this build right here. This is the exposure setup. Like I said, I'm going to use this one. There we go. We have 12x combo. This thing is going to chunk all these units. I'm bursting the hell out of them, as you can see. There we go. Sadly, the range on this weapon isn't the greatest. I wish it was. Just isn't. Oh, wait, my shields. There we go. It has like 4.24 with prime reach. Ugh, way too small. You can add like spring-loaded blade. It's a rare mod, but it gives you like 2 more range on melee weapons when you proc a status effect, and you always going to proc status effect. So instead of 4.25, it's going to be 6.25, so range is overall going to be much better. You will nerf some damage. I will remove like Gladiator Might for it, for example. You will lose like a consistent orange crit tier into a yellow orange, and you're going to lose some cruel damage, but you will get a nice quality of life. Go, need to spam abilities to get my exposure stacks. I always forget. I yap too much. Whoop. I don't like this stance. I think the fists and sparring weapons have really good like stance in terms of numbers. They're like very good. Sadly, they lack on the range part, which is normal. Go. DPS, DPS, DPS. These units. Whoop, that guy flew. No exposure. Yet again, I'm yapping without looking at my stacks. Then the Acolyte. Not the Acolyte. Why do I call them Acolytes? The Exynos enemies. Also just the spawn. And I'm not using any buffs. I'm not using my first ability. I'm not using Nourish. I don't even need to use Nourish. I do have Viral on my weapon. My first ability is going to give me a lot of heat damage, overall DPS increase, and a dot damage as well from heat. It will reduce a little bit more armor from the armored enemies, but these armored enemies do indeed die in 2 to 3 hits. There we go. Alright, let's wait for the Acolyte to spawn. Oh, there he is. He's early. Okay, it's you. No buffs. Buffless. Oh, let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Not the greatest, but it works. With buffs, this is going to be much faster. Yep. She's dead. There we go. Exynos enemy. Dunzoed. Alright, perfect. I think you guys seen enough. I'm holding my E button, and that's it. Time for me to leave. And be right back. And there you go. The Prisma Obex isn't that bad at all. I think it's a overall solid weapon. We do have better weapons, but if you want some kind of fist weapon, you want a Prisma weapon, you know, you can use it. I think it's overall solid. That's the weapon. Those are the builds. I hope you guys enjoyed the builds. Thank you yet again, everybody, for watching. Leave a like and sub. And of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.